so here we are. The last class of the year. But just I want you to take your hands and maybe make a little like that. You're okay with that? And just bring it over your nose. Close your eyes and breathe in. That's good, right? And do that a couple of times, inhaling in. Just feel like what you're feeling there is these amazing sinus passages through your skull, like all these openings where we have room. I like to just do a little opening because there's just allergies and stuff, and we just need to breathe in and find some stillness this morning. And let's take it to the back of the neck and just do a couple squeezes. And releases, just do a little opening for the back of your neck, rub that abdomen back there. And what we're going to do today is just do a little kind of reaching up, like a little movement of the back of the neck. Get it to wake up back there, maybe the upper rhomboids and the upper traps. Those guys. Good. And then release your hands, shake them out. Shake those hands out. And then just comfortable stance, feet forward. Let's tap up the right side of your body and down. We're just going to do a little tapping here. Maybe with your fingers, light. And we're starting to draw the energy from the seat center up, right? To the way, like think of it being pulled up. And that's where we, also the path of digestion. So that's amazing. Good. Then I want you to just draw around your ribs. And this is a little more Franklin method work, but just waking up your body, finding some vibration. Maybe go side to side, open the blinds and let that sun that's coming through those stained glass windows flow into there. And the other side there. Good. And then as we tip the bowl of our pelvis back, we're going to drum into our low back. Smooth, maybe make a sound. Drumming there. Good. And then maybe just go into a little circular motion. I like to imagine that I'm fluffing up the muscle, fluffing up the pillows. So we're going to go down to the front. Good. And then I'm going to come to the inner thighs. Good. And then pick up one leg and just drum along the calf, kind of going down. And then maybe up, skinning the calf muscles. That's good. And then the other side, down. Up. Good. And then just kind of lean over and tap your feet for a moment. Wake them up. Good. And releasing there. So first, just a quick review, just to go over the basics. We start with a concept called narrowing. So legs are wide. I want you to put your hands on the inside of your knees, settle your shoulders, press gently into your hands. Yeah, and it can be your thighs so there's energy pushing directly in, but try to imagine for me that you are also drawing it this way. So we're pulling the energy towards our center, our seat center. Right? So keep that. Find the outer thighs. So we have both happening now, ideally. And then we just grow a little bit taller, wiggle out of your spine, create that space. Inhale. And as you exhale, just let the outer body soften, the toes soften, the cheeks, the eyes, any tension, but you still feel a channel, right, through that fifth line. So we go inner thighs, we go outer thighs, we go up the channel, and then it keeps flowing and we melt down like it just went and became a waterfall down our sides. Okay, one more time. Inner thighs and outer thighs and lift. And it's as if you have a magnetic center and a belt around and it's all drawing in to the middle to support you, right? And then releasing down. So sometimes you need a lot of that in the class and sometimes not so much, but always come back to that narrowing, like you're hugging the center of the body. So now we're going to take the bowl, our pelvic bowl, and we're going to tip it forward. Open the knees wide if you can, and then tip it back. So everything is coming from this pelvic bowl, right? So as we do this, tip forward, spill the contents forward, curl it back, and we breathe. And we start with this pulsation. And it can be like just hands here, hands by your side. And the first sets are heavier, like thicker. Because you're just waking it up, right? And it was cold this morning. So we're made of fluid, so we got to warm up those fluids, right? Look out and towards the horizon. Good, and this lead will lead you eventually to your arch curls. Now a little quicker. Think of going forward and back, almost like a infinity sign. And there's a little intention in the belly to wake it all up. And sit. And even quicker, smaller. Good, now slow it down. What's your breathing? I'm going like WOH, like more exhale. But when I'm breathing in, don't worry about the in, because it's just going to happen, right? I mean, it's a good question, right? Because you can go and start to hyperventilate, right? But also for your first class, do not worry about breathing. Just let it flow, right? Because it becomes too much, you know? But I would say, and maybe Danica, you could rest here, lower the accents on the exhale until we take like it, but it's like, and then you're just going to fill up lightly. Yeah, so that will kind of help because there's a lot of different breathing we can do. But exactly, that's a great question. Now we're going to go into, we're going to do our narrowing. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to slide around the right corner. Okay, so we're going to go inhale 1, 2, grow tall 3. Look over your right shoulder, just get a little rotation. Keep the narrowing, come back center 2, 3, and then just soften 2, 3. So we count 1, 2, 3, and we spiral to the other side. Get that nice rotation. Come back center 2, 3, and then exhale down. So here we'll go. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Back center. Inhale. And exhale down. Yeah, and 1, 2, 3, and to the other side. Back to center. And releasing down. Nice. Now we're going to do counts of 2. We're going to go 1, 2, spiral, reach, 2, center, 1, 2, and soften. Good. Inhale. Exhale, twist, and reach, and down. 2 more times. And up, back together, and now a little pattern. We're going to go right, left. We're going to go 1, twist, twist, center, and down. Narrow up, go to that side. Inhale, and down. Inhale up, to the right, right, left, back to center, and down. Inhale up, and back to center, and down. 2 more. And, where am I going? Up, and down. Like Tammy. And side to side, reach, reach, and center, and down. So that rhythm, right? Up. Now we go up, narrow, and we open and we let the bowl tip forward and we find our balanced arch. So my head stays over my pelvis. We bring the bowl back, we curl, look down a bit, and we come straight ahead. And the eyes, and then we release down. So watch for a second. If I look too high up, my neck breaks, or too low. I want to go 45 degrees, and center, right? Because the eyes really lead the spine, okay? So we're going to narrow up 1. We're going to go open 45 degrees 2. We're going to look down at 45 degrees 3. We're going to go straight ahead, lots of attention 4, and then just take a second, right? So we go. We exhale. Back to center. And release. Good. Shoulders melting. Inhale. And center, and down. 2 more times. Narrow up, find that seat center. Take your time with these, because then we're going to do these through the class. Inhaling up, and we go arch and curl and center and releasing down. Good. So that becomes a movement that we'll do a lot more of. Let's finish this warm up just to get through these. Is a little seaweed, side to side. Seaweed. Yeah. Keep going side to side. I just have to adjust this. Something is happening here. You don't know. Oh. Nice. And just gating your spine. Let it open up side to side. 2 more. 2. And 1. Now we're going to dive. And out. And 4. 3. Good. Pressing at 2. And 1. And coming to center. Good. Rub your hands together. Close your eyes. That softening of the shoulders continually through the class. And get that energy in the hands. Then separate the hands a bit. Feel that energy. It's one hand above the other. You're going to feel cooler air. And then together, it's like there's warmth there. So we're going to scoop it up. Gather that energy up. And let it wash down your back. Do that 2 more times. Just breathe in. Give yourself some time to just nourish your body. You're doing that today. So allow your brain to quiet and come into this space where we open the palms and look side to side. Stretch your neck. And back to center. So let's gather the energy. Lift our shoulders up. Wiggle the ribs. Good. Push the hands back down. Open the palms. And we're going to look side to side. Stretch your neck a couple times. Good. We're going to start with the first family here. We're going to bring our hands up to our shoulders. And we're going to grow as tall as we can through that narrowing. We're going to go up and over a little bit to the right. 1, 2, 3. To the left. 2, 3. And finding your breath. A little figure 8. Good. And now a little quicker and lighter. A little more on top of your stool. And your energy, that channel of energy is going straight out the top of your head. 3 and 2 and 1. And coming back up. Good. Interlace your hands. The hold is like your fingers are kind of hugging your neck here. Elbows are forward, right? Toes are lifted if you can. And energy through the legs. We're going to go up and over. 1 to the side. Up through the center and reach. Up, over, reach. And reach. Nice. There we go. And stretch the side of your body. And reach. And reach. Nice and slow and heavy. And reach. Now quicker and lighter. A little more like a butterfly. And 4. And beautiful. 3. That's it. 2. And 1. And bring the elbows in. Scoop them up. Look up to that 45-degree angle and tip your bowl forward. We're going to inhale. 4 exhales to find our curl. So exhale 1. Look straight ahead. 2. Pull the ribs back. 3. Look over your pubic bone. 4 to the stool. Then we come up. 1. Open the knees. 2. And 3. Take your time. And 4. To the right. 1. Open the left knee. 2. 3. Stretch your back. 4. And open. 2. 3. And 4. Back to center. 1. And remember your eyes. They don't want to look down right away. You want to take your time. You might see something new in front of you. And to the other side. 2. And 3. And 4. Coming up and reach. 2. 3. Beautiful. We repeat that pattern count of 2. To the side. And up. Back to center, over, 2, and reach. 2 to the other side, curl, 2, and up we go. Exhale down, find your curl. Exhale up, find your arch. To the right. Back to center. To the left. Now change the breath. Exhale down, inhale up, inhale. Inhale up. Open the knees and curl. Inhale up. Back to center and curl coming up. And release the arms. Shake them out. Well done. All right. So now we're going to bring our hands back up there. And we're going to push through our legs. And we're going to lean over to the side and stretch. And just open the ribs. There we go. Good. And you're going to look to your knee. 1. Look to the center. 2. Other knee. 3. And then open that elbow. Stretch. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Let's breathe in. I like the breath in there because it helps me lift the ribs. 3. And up. And curl. 2. 3. And open and curl. Stretch them in. Pull the belly button back and open. 1 more. Reach. 2, 3, and open. Now counts of 2. So we're going to go 1. Open. 2. It's smaller. Curl into yourself and open. That's it. Stay sideways with your body here. Good. Curl the spine. 2 more small ones. And open. 1 more. Now hold it here. You're going to swing your body. Go as far forward as you feel good about, and then lift it up. And we're going to release. It's the fun part, right? Exhale. Release the head. Your 10-pound head is getting to swing around. Good. 2 more. And stretch the neck. Good. 1 more. Reach. And coming back up. Good. Shake it out. Nice. How's everyone doing?
So our head's getting what?
What? Oh, your 10-pound head is getting swung around, right? Swung around, right? I mean, and honestly, that's how you keep those vestibular systems working, right? The little crystals in your ear. Anyone had vertigo? Yeah. Well, we stop moving our heads a lot as we get older, and that can be a cause. It doesn't move. It doesn't stay hydrated in there. Tiny crystals in your ears and in your pituitary gland. We're just made of crystals. What?
Posterior eustachian tube.
Yeah, that's right. So all of this stuff for your neck, even though it's a little uncomfortable, you gotta move our heads, right? And pull them up onto our shoulders. So there's a good reason for that. All right, so where were we? We were swinging. Okay, bring your arms down. Inhale up and curl in. Open. Let's make this one about our heart. Imagine it's swinging forward and then swinging back. Your heart is on a swing. It's connected to your sternum through ligaments, right? So your sternum right here is swinging forward. It swings forward, and then it swings back, and it swings forward. And when it swings, it's probably stretching because there's connections to the diaphragm, right? And it's spiraling and pumping, and it's amazing. Reach. 1 more, and bring it forward. Reach. Yeah, now reach out with the palms. Inhale. Exhale. And then you're breathing in, and guess what's happening? Your lungs are filling up and giving your heart a little hug as you swing it forward. There is a lot of love for your heart right now. And inhale, open and down, and finding a bit of joy. That's the Advent week, joy. It's joy. Why can't we find a little joy in those small things, right? 2 more. Open. You can try. Yes, now you're going to come up. Bring the back of the hands together. Let your shoulders go round, let your shoulder blades wrap around your ribs and stretch the back. And then open the palms, squeeze the heart forward. Breathe in. This is a big arch. Yeah. You're going to curl, exaggerate the curl. You get to go a little deeper now and breathe in. Yes. And swing the heart back. And then forward, that solar plexus, tap right here between your ribs. Lots of energy right there, your diaphragm. Breathe in, breathe into it, and release it. 2 more times. Inhale. 1 more. Good. Now reach way forward, part the sky, and we're gonna breathe in twice. For an eagle. Let's do a little staccato breathing. Good, everybody. Push that air through your body. 2 more, 1 more. Now slow it down. We're gonna go open. We're gonna cross the right over the left. Sweep your arms across. Inhale, open. Exhale, sweep. And if the shoulders are getting tired, just lower with your arms down here. You can choose your angle. Because this isn't about adding tension to your shoulders, it's about getting, right? So you have to be aware that we're supporting our arms from our spine. And our spine supported by our legs and our pelvis and the floor. Good. Now lean to the right. Curl, inhale. And to the other side. All the things I say are basically reminders to myself. One more, really good job. Now drop the arms, scoop them all the way up to the sky. Swim upward. Find a little bit of a reach down with the legs as you reach up. 2 more. Beautiful. Now soften the arms, curl and look at your hands, okay? You're gonna flip the palms face out, open them, send the bowl of the pelvis forward as you look up and touch your middle fingers. And then you paintbrush the arms down and you scoop in. And you go open with the legs and this one you can really send your belly forward. So you're gonna go. Inhale. One more, you can do it arms, stronger arms. Bring your hands to a prayer position, close your eyes, and come right over your seat center, your pelvis. So maybe rock a little bit back and forth and then find the center, because you'll be surprised. You might be living maybe too far forward or too far back in some of those moments, but just find the center and let your shoulders mount down. And at the same time, let your spine reach through. And let's exhale 8 times from our belly. So we're gonna go. Your toes. Hip flexors. Forehead. Good. Open your eyes, blink them open your palms. Feel that cool air on your palms, right? And your forehead, like a nice triangle. Body, mind, spirit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. We need them to be in balance. Close your eyes if you prefer. One more, breathing in. And then take your hands, reach up and draw that energy down, closing the space for a moment so your brain can be quiet and you can just be. Finding stillness. Bringing your feet a little more into parallel, we're shifting here. So the pelvis is doing a little piston, right? I want you to be able to get that movement into the hip joints, right? And we're going to shift to the right and look over our right shoulder and breathe in. Then come back a little bit. Breathe in a little more. We gradually go around this, like, imagine like a candy cane, the spiral. Inhale, look all the way over, the farthest one. So we go to the other side. We start small. We inhale. We come back. We breathe in a little more. My hand is gently pulling on the stool around the corner. One more. Look all the way over that shoulder. And coming back. Here we go. Inhale. And again. And now we do single inhales. I like the exhale. You want to try that? right in the belly. Now swing all the way to the right. Put your right hand inside your left hand and twist. We exhale. Other side. Keep the hands right in front of his heart. Don't have to swing them too far. It's your spine that's moving. 6 and 7. And now we dive a little bit. The belly curls back. 1, up and over. 2, and 3, and 4. Shoulders down. Reach and reach and upright, side to side. A little quicker, maybe. A little more sprightly, a little more lifted, and light on stool, and 2, and then we curl, small. Push down, back, back, the water. 6 and 7 and 8. Come to center. Inhale, open your knee, palms open. And go back to your heart center, and then let your spine go a little bit forward and scoop it back up. And then gathering and draw it into your heart center. So we offer. Nice. And then come up. And then we receive. And this time when you come in, you're going to rotate your hands as far as they'll go and then reach them a little bit away. So you should feel this stretch, this energy all the way around. And we exhale. It's okay to bow your spine back a little bit and look up and over your hands as if you're looking into a very crystal clear stream bubbling by. 1 more. Good. And part the cloud and breathe in and release. Let your shoulders settle. Breathing in and exhale. Take a break whenever you need to. Inhale and reset. Good. 1 more big breath. Inhale. Release the arms. Bring them to the middle of your legs. Gather that energy again, all the way up the channel. And then draw it back down and settle on your legs there. You're going to shift your ribs over to the right and drop your head a little to the left. And then come to center. Shift over to the other side and let your ear drop. Here we're trying to pull our chin in and kind of reach there. And back to center. And we're going to go 1 and 2. And it's a side arch, right? C to the side, a little lateral motion. You're reaching up to the sky and reach. Nice. And reach 2 more. Exhale. And there. Now, as we go over to the left, we're going to pick our elbow up and reach to the right. 1. Back to center. And 2. And 3. And 4. And reach. Inhale. Nice. There we go. And reach. Now we bring our right arm up to the sky. Reach to the right side of the body. Other hand can push down on your leg as you press to the sun. And reach. Look at your hand. And 4. And 3. Reach 2 more. 2. What about a breath? Inhale. And then we're going to dive over and release. Another release. Drop the head. Drop the head. And 2. And 1. And coming up. Hands together. You're going to curl the ribs back. Take them over to the right. Circle them forward and around. Just keep going there. Circle around. Having technical difficulties here. I don't know what's going on here. Keep circling 1 more time. There we go. And then we're going to go the other direction. Just some days are harder than others, right? And circle it around. Which way are we going? This way. Yes. Whichever way we didn't go. And 2. And 1. Does anybody feel like one side needs more than my right side is oh, just stay right there, right? We just have those places, right? So if you ever need to do that for your body, just do that, okay? So that was sort of the middle of our body. right? I mean, everything is moving a bit. Now we're gonna add our hands. So we accentuate this, we lengthen the spine. We're going to go back with our ribs, which means our pelvis tilts back and our shoulders kind of roll in, right? Then as we go over to the right, or let's go over to the right with our ribs, we bring our head to the left. We come up, over, and then we curl around. So now we're doing, the ribs are circling one way. Don't think about it, just and curl around. Why am I trying to break that down? Inhale up and around. There we go, that's it. Inhale, open. Nice. And when I go back and open, my palms are reaching open, and then I curl them in. Nice. Now reverse. Inhale to the other side. And exhale, curl. And just make it happen right over your stool. So we're careful not to swing too much. Supporting your head. One more, and open. And coming around. Good. Interlace your hands and bring them up over your head. Bend your elbows and just circle just the arms. One. And you're brushing the ceiling, pulling. I'm pulling my palms apart. Ribs are somewhat anchored right here. So I don't want to let them go too far forward. Reverse. If I anchor my ribs or funnel them towards my navel, there'll be a little bit more support in the front, right? Two. And I'll get that nice stretch. One. Nice. I love that one. Now you're going to frame your head. Bring your hands a little forward. They don't move, but your ribs come back. And then your ribs go off to the side of your body. Contrast that. Up, over, and then a small one. Curl. Inhale, push your legs up. And expand. Use your breath to fill the space. All the way down into the back of those ribs, those floating ribs. One more. Inhale, open. And release. Let's go the other way. Inhale, support your arms with your breath. Up, 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 and over. And inhale, open the palms. You can do it. We got one more. Inhale, up. And releasing down. Shake those arms out. I'm going to throw this one in here. We're going to grab our right elbow. And you're going to grab it, kind of hold on just above your elbow, right? And as you pull on that skin, you're going to do a little dip over to the side. And then come up 3 times. Inhale. And I might look down, stretch my neck down. And then release the arms down. Good. Gather that energy up. Grab that other elbow and we pull on that skin and we stretch to one side. And we stretch. One more. And stretch. Nice. And release. Now you can grab your wrist. And you can go palm up and over. A little further. One more. Reach those arms. And release. Other arm up. And reach. And reach. Good. One more. And reach. And coming down. Interlace your hands. We're going to reach out and lift the shoulders up. Squeeze your ears. And release down. Relax. Inhale up. Here we go. And back down. One more. Inhale up. Good. Now bend your elbows and pull the ears away from your shoulders, or your shoulders away from your ears. And you're going to look at your hands and you're going to imagine drawing your shoulder blades towards your spine as you arch a little bit and try to look out the window above your pinky and then soften. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. One more. Breathing in. And releasing down. Arms on the legs. We're going to lift our spine. We're going to send our sternum forward out to 45 degrees. Keep your eyes there as you curl. Delay that sternum and then come all the way up. Then we reverse that way. We dive. We look out with the eyes, opening the knees, and we inhale. Come back up onto your sit bone. So let's do that again. Exhale. Curl back. And diving down. Enjoy your spine. Journey through that spine. Coming up. Let's go over your right leg. And curl and dive in. Arching open over to the left leg. So lift your heart, curl it back. Good. And dive and reach. Nice. Let's bring our legs together. Grab your left hand and reach across the leg. And you're going to lift your chest here. So you get to lean forward with a long spine and pull the hands back and over. That's the extension. That's an arch. And then we curl the pelvis back. We go to the other side and we inhale up and out. Twist through that spine. Good. Come back to center. Over to the other side. And inhale up and out. To your chin and coming back. One more. And reaching up. Stretch. Nice. And then we start from the beginning. We wave it forward. We exhale. Good job. Curling back. It's not as easy as it looks, is it? Reach out. Coming up, doing amazing. Everybody's doing so good. And arching forward. And curl. And diving. There's some stamina involved, right? Over your left leg. Arching forward. And we're just stop holding your breath. Yeah, that's also going to help. And reach out. Throughout life, we try to hold our breath when things are hard. Really want to breathe, right? It's interesting. Good practice. Nice. Good. Grab your right arm and twist to the other side and reach. Inhale. And release. Good. And inhale. Open. Nice. And back. Two more. Try to reach your heart forward as you rotate. Pull that left hip back, center, and then pull that right hip back as you rotate. Good. Let's just do 5 waves forward, cleansing breath. Curl back. Up and over. Nice. 2 more. Wide knees. The pelvis with you. Last beautiful big wave. Rolling through your spine. And coming up, we're going to take our arms, we're going to open them up, and then we're going to curl in. We're going to inhale, open, and exhale. Guys. Just do a big hug behind your body, right? Inhale, open, exhale. Good. 4 more. Gather. Create a little wind in the room. Breathing and exhale. And inhale, open. And then around, 1 more, and open, and then around. Now just close your eyes, come to the center again. Observe the sounds and then pull your focus back into your channel of energy. And let everything else release. Good. Now bring your feet forward. All right, right? There's good sound out there. All right, so right foot forward, point your toe, and hands in the hip joint so you can kind of push down on your leg as you reach your heart forward. 1. We're going into the leg series. Good. Now flex your feet and reach. Foot forward. Good. And reach. Do that again, pointing. And stretch over that right leg. Release back. And stretch. There we go. Now flex the foot and pull those femur heads deep into the socket so you're leaning over. Nice. Curl the bowl back and reach forward. 1, 2. Now flex. Point your foot. Point, point, and flex and flex. Now point your foot. Cross your ankle at your knee. Go as tall as you can. Take a little moment to open up some space. At the back of the knee, just kind of spiral the legs open and around. Nice. Now, as you curl your pelvis back, you're going to bring your head towards your shin. And it just stops where it stops, but your weight of your body's heavy. I want you to squeeze your toes for a second. Maybe separate them in your socks, or just give them a little attention there. Good. And then lift your spine up nice and tall, opening that knee in deeper. Then you're going to curl the belly back as you reach your toe forward.
Then out to the side, you're gonna come up. Your arm comes into the hip socket there and you go 1, and you go 2, and then you reach 3. Nice, coming up, other side, other leg, we go 1. Cross the ankle at the knee, sit as tall as you can and spiral the knee over, just even the skin, right? And then we grow nice and tall, we curl up and over as we reach our head towards our shin.
And stretch the toes for a second. Maybe pull your pinky toe apart. Have you said hello to your pinky toe today?
Coming all the way up. And you're gonna curl. Out to the side. Reach up. Shoulder settles. You have to think about that. And you go over 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Oh, that feels so good. That looks great. Let's do a little more flow now. Over. Sit tall. Kick the leg out. Open it out. Reach and hold here. If you want here, you open your heart to the sky. You rotate. And come back up. Nice. Other side. Over. Coming up. And reach back to the side. Up. Over first. And then a little spiral. Opening the heart upward towards the rafters. Good. Coming up. Shake it out. Now, you're going to grab your right foot, your opposite hand, or under your knee. Yeah, that's fine. Just grab it with your, yep, that's it. And you're going to twist over your shoulder and breathe in and breathe out. Okay, so you kind of just do it where you can. Yeah, that's it. It's good. And back down. Grab your other leg under your knee or at your foot and you twist 2, 3. And it flows. Drop it down. And you come up. And 1, 2, 3. And release. That's it. And 1, 2, 3. Let's do it 2 more times. And grab your foot and keep it parallel and rotate your belly button around the corner. There we go. Release and up. Rotate 2, 3. Good. Now we go into a straight leg. Grab your knee, your foot, your ankle, reach it in front of you straight. Lift up and lean back. Open the chest. 2 and 3. Good. Release. Grab the other leg. Reach forward first. Follow the big arc of the rainbow. Reach your heart up to the stained glass. Reach and release. Good job. 2 more. And we inhale and open. Nice. And again, find that contrast of your heel reaching forward and your hand reaching back and your heart reaching up. 2, 3, release. Beautiful. Gather that energy and reach. Go ahead.
It's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now this is just severely feel kind of like you're drawing the circulation, the energy up the leg back to your seat center. 2 more. 1 more and release. All right, we're gonna get into our core work here. So you're gonna curl back a bit on your stool. So for these ones, and sometimes you start these in the beginning too of the class. I just went right into the seated part, but you're gonna tip the bowl back. And what we wanna do is just float the legs up from here. Squeeze your ankles together, your feet, but not your knees. Leave a little space there. Yeah, and then rock back down. Versus doing this, right? The hip flexors. So we want to get it. It's a rocking sensation. And then come back. And if you practice this, keep going, you guys. You can do 1 leg at a time. You know, you don't need to do both. Want to modify it. 1 more. Yeah. Okay. You ready? Now we're going to do circles and you're going to maintain that connection for your seat center. Exhale, curl, set it up. And we reach the legs forward. 2 breaths. Call it double breath. Yep. And reverse. And you reach forward with the toes, up and back with the heels. 2 more. And resting down. Nice. Okay, good. Now we're going to do knee circles or, I don't know, slalom or mermaid circle, whatever you want to call But think of it coming like you're rotating from here a little bit. Everyone just grab on. That's your amazing obliques right there. And you twist them a little to the side as you curl back. And you twist them. And you're going down the ski mountain through powder, right? Okay, that's our imagination. Okay. But like that kind of control, right? You have to stay connected. All right. So take your skis forward, scoop them out. We have to pretend. Look at the weather. It's ridiculous. Like you're gonna pull to the side. I love it. And you're gonna reach to the other side. Exhale in. Remember those obliques. Seat center. Squeeze those strong legs, like squeeze them together. One more and reach and reverse. Are you breathing? No. Well, luckily you're still alive. So you are, but you are. And just one more. And resting. If you can talk and do that, then you're definitely breathing. All right. Now, shake it out, shake it out. You're going to do internal hip knee mobilization. So internal, external, right like that. So what does that mean? I'm going to go out. I'm going to turn my legs in. I'm going to pull through the water. And I'm going to turn out and flex. Okay? You ready? And we go. Exhale. Exhale. Nice. One more. Now hold it and reverse. Diamond. In, knees together, reach. I didn't flex there, but you're supposed to flex. Reach and open. Reach and open. One more time, reverse. Last time, 2025. And reach. Reach and around. Reverse again. And open. Reach. Open. Reach. Two more. Pull it back. Good job. One more. And resting there. Good.
2025.
Last time, 2025.
Last time this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you want to do 2025? I'm just kidding. Come on up. What time do we have? Everything's. Look, I can't even look at my watch. It is 10:50. Okay. So we can either finish with standing or floor work. Anyone have a preference? Floors? Okay, let's grab mats. I think we have enough for everybody. That'll be nice. Okay. I think it's good to end on the floor a little bit. Why don't we? This is pretty weak. You liking it?
Did you know Sal Anthony?
Yes, I took from him. That's how I got my free training in New York in Union Square. That one, right?
Yeah.
That's where I went while I was a Rockette. I would do my gyrotonic free training.
Well, I
No way. Grab a mat, everybody. No way, that's awesome. I love them. They're like, imagine learning from like gangsters. That's what I'm going. Like, okay, you're gonna do the arch curl. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. Like they were just like, they felt like they were just Long Island, New Jersey, you know, whatever. It was just amazing. I was like, where am I right now? I'm like from South Dakota.
Beautiful. That's
Beautiful. That's beautiful. You're gonna wave your spine, and you were just like, are you okay without a mat?
Yeah.
You want to use this one or you're good? Okay, no, he's good. Craig's like in the center of the energy. Okay. All right, everybody, scoot your mat back just a tad. And that's amazing. You know, we're gonna do some gyro, like kneeling. We're gonna start on our knee. And then we'll roll out and finish today, okay? So we have a little extra treat. You can stay over until like 5 after. If you have to leave, I get it, but that's what we want. So on your hands and knees. When we do the hands and knees, we're doing our 2 curls, right? Again, our toes are forward. We're gonna bend our elbows and we're gonna arch our spine. Inhale, 2, 3. And you just want to make sure you're not up here. So that's why we soften. And I'm pulling my heart forward and then reaching my sits bones back. And then we rock into our hands. We point the toes, push our shins into the mat, which causes our spine to curl. And I push off the floor and land. That's the slow motion version. So everyone just do a couple pushes. Just go. And what I want you to try to do, which I find hard, is to keep looking at my hands, not like down to my knees. So my neck has a little more space. There we go. And it's like a rebound, right? So we go from arch to curl. So here's our pattern. Everyone tuck your toes forward. We go arch, 2, look up, 3. This is the arch. And then the curl, reach, look towards your hands, 2, push off, 3. Down. We go arch, 2, 3, forward, curl. Nice, that's it. That's where it's
and arch. Wipe the eyes, bend the elbows. Then tuck the tail under, push to the shins, curl. Nice, one more. And arch, 2, 3, space in the spine, and curl. 3, nice. Now we're gonna just stay in the arch, wiggle yourself as far back as you can, lifting your chest up. Stretch, and then don't push off the floor, but curl almost to child's pose, but not entirely. I'm still very much lifted off my leg. Here's what I want you to do. Take your weight into your hands, tuck your toes, and lift up into a pike. And let your heels drop as much as they can towards the ground. Everybody's up there, that looks good. Keep looking through your knees and lift your heels up off of the floor. But do that by scooping your belly button up to the ceiling, so rounding your spine. Okay, your heels are high. I want you to lower your heels to the mat. Unfurl your spine by looking towards your hands. Lifting your chest, breathing in, and then lower your knees down. Okay, it's a big stretch. Shake your wrists out. We're gonna arch. We'll do that one more time. Arch, chest forward, lift the tail up. Wiggle your tail feathers. Rock forward, curl into that deep curl, rounding the spine. Stay curled as you tuck your toes forward and tighten up, straightening your knees into a pike. Looking through your knees, you're gonna exhale, lift your heels up. You're gonna lower your heels down. Look at your hands. Nice. And then you're gonna lower your knees down and rest. Good. We're gonna flip over just so we do some other things today. Shake our legs out. Work a little bit on our core. So have your heels front and face forward. And I want you to squeeze your heels together. Reach your palms forward and curl like a gust of wind fills the sail of your spine. And it's like you're pushed backwards. Point your toes, bend your elbows, and arch. Lift your chest. Good. I want you to bend your right knee, flex your left foot. Sure you did that. Yep. Take your hand across your leg, and my other hand's behind me, and I'm going to grow tall as I spiral around the corner. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And then I'm going to come back to center. Nice. So I interlace my hands, flex both feet, and inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Flex the opposite foot because you're going to push through that heel as you reach around the corner. Inhale. Good. And back to center. 2 more times. Little flow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach, reach, reach. Twist. Good. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate and twisting. Now, fingers face forward, lean back. You rock into your hands. They can be pretty wide. You bring your knees up. Okay, and I'm rolling my shoulders a bit forward. And you're going to stretch your legs. Bring your head down, chin to the chest. Then you're going to bend your knees. Twist your knees to the right. They fall to the right. Your hands switch, fingers face backwards. And as you push your hands into the mat, you just lift your chest and heart. And you can look up to the sky or over to your left shoulder. So you want to spiral your arms outward and open your chest.
What should you get your second one?
That's okay. Just get where, yeah, that's perfect. Then you want to curl everything in. Fingers come forward, knees come to center, and you can be on your elbows, right? You want, and then you bring your legs up and you curl towards your knees. And then come up, twist your knees to the other side. Even if you get one hand down, you can reach in the other hand. You want to spiral. You kind of go where you can here and rotate over. Nice. Good. Push your chest forward, Tammy. There, yes, that's it. Nice. And come back to center. Good. And rotate it 2 more times. So we bring the legs up, we curl. We twist to the side. Push it and reach open, stretch. Deep breath, we go in. 1 more time. Turn your fingers in. Exhale, curl. Twist to the other side. And open, open, stretch. Nice. And bring your feet back to center. Grab behind one knee. Lift it up. You're going to scoop your belly away. And you're going to, what I like to do is, if I curl away from my thigh, there's a point where like I'm pulling my shoulders down. Cute, elbows bent, yes. And I'm pushing my leg into my hands.
So there's a, I can rock. You feel? Yeah, a little further away, Ellen, your leg. Yeah, give yourself a little more space. Yeah, so if I curl back, 1, 2, 3, I go a little further back. My whole spine is almost on the mat. My shoulder blades are touching. Then I think of this. I think I'm gonna curl my body forward. My leg pushes towards me. You push your leg towards me and you rock up. Right? Sit tall. And then we exhale. Look at your seat center. 2, 3. And come back up. Nice. Let's switch sides. So this is the modified one. So we can do this a couple times on this side. So curl back, try to release in that hip flexor and go into that C curve. And then exhale, your upper body comes forward and you push the leg, softening. Yeah, we're trying to get through spaces in our spine that have kind of gotten stuck a little bit, right? And that's going to take time, but just imagine it. It'll start to do it as you breathe. Yeah. Good. Everyone okay there? Now we do both legs together. So we grab on between both legs, behind both knees, and I start to curl back and my feet lift up. I squeeze my heels together and I roll back to my lumbar spine. I get there. Now watch. This is a little just cheat, but a good cheat. You push your legs forward to come up. Yeah. And they bring you up. Have you ever done rolling like a ball in Pilates? All of it's the same concept, right? But we kind of have to create like contracts in the body. If I just go back and do this, I'm going to collapse. But if I have a little energy, I can control it back up. So let's do 3 more of those. Inhale, float your feet up. You're going to exhale, look at your seat center, curl back to your shoulder blades. Then you're going to push your feet forward and curl back up and find your balance. Inhale. Good. Exhale, curl. If you want, you can let your feet go down to the floor, but you don't have to. Exhale, reach. Nice. 1 more. Exhale, seat center down. Good. Oh, and come back up. Now find yourself upright here. And you're going to curl it into away. And little pulses. You can either keep the legs there or reach out with your palms. And you can do it right on the floor. 5 more. Lift the heart. And 4, and 3, and 2. And now the challenge here is to control everything down evenly, your legs and your upper body. Look through your legs, start to lower them down, control it, control it, control it. And then slowly let your legs go straight and your arms reach overhead and just breathe.